What is going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be going over the top 10 characters in One Piece Bounty Rush for free-to-play players. Now, these characters are going to be characters that you can guarantee in under 1,000 Rainbow Diamonds. Not saying that like free-to-play players can't get some characters that are above that amount. It's just when you're free-to-play, it's a lot harder to save up. So you typically would want to go for, 1,000 guarantee and under. So there's going to be that list, and I'll see you guys soon. Coming in at the number 10 spot, we have Ulti. Ever since she came out, she has been an amazing character. She was never super expensive, as she's not an EX, and she's always been broken. Her skills just do crazy damage, and she gets health back from them. Very strong blue character. Obviously, blue isn't the greatest in the meta right now, but either way, she's still a really strong character. She does have some passive effects. And yeah, let's go on to our number 9 spot. At the number 9 spot, we have Vista. Yet another very strong runner this time, a very strong blue character. His skill 2 does some pretty good damage, but his skill 1 is kind of where he peaks at. He's been good since he came out, has always been cheap, very easy to level up. I have never exactly went for him on this account, yet I still got him to level 97 just on a level 20 account. So he has some very strong abilities, and I would highly recommend him. He's extremely cheap, might even be cheaper than Ulti, because I think he's featured less, but shows up a lot more drop rate wise. But that's our number 9 spot. Let's move on to number 8. Coming in at the number 8 spot, we have young Dolphy. Yet another blue, and also an attacker, of course. His skills are crazy. The spider web is a shield that just can't get destroyed unless someone attacks it heavily. He's a really annoying character to deal with. Again, he's a blue, so he's not in the right meta right now in 4.5 Annie, but his abilities are really strong. He's a range character. Parasite does some really good damage when he's on leveled, and again, would highly recommend him. He's a cheap character, ain't no EX, and yeah, let's go on to number 7. At the number 7 spot, we have Odin. He's a green runner, which is definitely the meta right now. Green is insanely overpowered, so would definitely recommend it. He did come out recently, so don't know when he'll be coming around again. He is fairly cheap. He was 900 Rainbow Diamonds to guarantee, which is very solid for an EX. Obviously, he came out forever ago, so he has fallen off a little bit, but he does have the trait where he stands on a flag, and through normal attacks, he can't get knocked off the flag, pretty much unless he dies or gets hit with some sort of skill. He did introduce that skill to the game, but then a ton of other runners got that same exact ability. Even Gear 5 Luffy has it, and he's not even technically a runner, but he's broken and way too expensive. So Odin, he's a nice cheap character, has fallen off a little bit, but he's still an EX. He's still somewhat broken. He's definitely usable. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we have the original 4 Emperors blue Shanks. There's actually a lot of blue characters on this list, which, I mean, I guess can say something. They're fairly cheap and pretty diverse, pretty usable. Good for free-to-play characters. I would definitely recommend blue class. Anyway, Shanks, obviously broken. He did get a buff I can't remember how far back, but he came out in first anniversary. was pretty trash, and then he finally got buffed, and he became a lot better. Still definitely fell off since his buff, but you know, that's just all the new characters coming out, just breaking the game as usual. But still a very solid character. I believe he's 840 rainbow diamonds to guarantee, something like that. And he's fairly cheap, really good character. Would definitely recommend him. He's amazing for survival 100, and yeah, some great skills. And let's go on to number 5. So coming in at the number 5 spot, we have Blackbeard, the first EX to ever come to OPBR. He's a red defender. Obviously, since he did come out so long ago, he isn't as good, but he's still cheap. He's between 800 and 900 rainbow diamonds, I believe, and he's still a fairly strong character. A lot of people enjoy playing him. He hasn't came back in a little while now, but his abilities are strong. He has some good traits. I do eventually hope that a version 2 of Blackbeard comes out. That would be really cool. I need a post time skip Blackbeard EX, but either way, really strong character, fairly cheap. Would definitely recommend him. And let's go on to the number 4 spot. Coming up next, we have the latest and greatest addition to OPBR, and that's Onigashimasanji. His skills deal great damage. He's under 1,000 rainbow diamonds. He's 900 and something, I believe. But his skill 2 can easily one-shot, especially if you get his added bonuses to it. And his skill 1 deals some crazy damage if you got him fully leveled up. He's a very solid color changing character. I wouldn't say he's as good as Zoro, as EX Zoro. Definitely not as good as him, but definitely a cheaper version of him. Very good attacker, would definitely recommend him. And let's go on to our next character. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have Onigashima Brook. Just an insane character when he came out. I wish I got him when he came out, but I didn't quite get to the ticket to guarantee him, which is unfortunate. But his skills are just really smooth. He causes freeze effect, which just freezes people for such a long time. He's a red defender, and whenever he gets knocked down, he sends out like a ghost of himself, which also freezes characters. Those skills are nuts, and he's not even that expensive to get. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know what to say his guaranteed rainbow diamond amount is, but if you play the game enough, if you summon enough, you could definitely just get him in due time. And he's a really good character. I would definitely recommend him. He's not an EX, so let's go on to our number 2 spot. So at our number 2 spot, we have Goldie Roger as a green attacker, which green is obviously just the meta in this game right now thanks to Gear 5 Luffy. But here his skills, his skill 2 does just some crazy one-shot damage, and his skill 1 is fairly good too. It does some nice range damage. But his skill 2, he's just able to tank a bunch of enemy hits and then deal a disgusting amount of damage to the enemy. And I mean, overall, he's a really good character to get with just 1,000 rainbow diamonds. I think most, if not all, free-to-play players should be able to get him, just saving up that 1,000 rainbow diamonds. But yeah, really solid character. And let's get on to our number 1 spot. So coming in at our number 1 spot for the best free-to-play characters in One Piece Bounty Rush, we have King. He is a red runner, and he just has some disgusting abilities. He's just amazing for being a non-EX, and his skill 2 here, just right off spawn, he's able to fly around half the map and just take the mid flag at any point in the game. He's kind of like Green Kaido in that aspect, where he could just, at the start of the game or at the end of the game, he could just make a last second capture being a runner, just with his skill 2. And he just has crazy abilities with that. His skill 1 also deals some pretty good damage. I mean, skill 2 also, it does decent damage. And he's just one of the best solo carry characters in the game, without a doubt. And it's really nice since he's not an EX. He's easy to get. I don't remember exactly what his guarantee amount would be, but he's a non-EX, so he's fairly cheap. He's definitely available for free-to-play characters, unlike someone like Luffy. But yeah, that's been it, guys. Be sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.